you compare Nick's run that he's on, that he was on in Strikeforce, whatever it was, 9 wins in a row or 10 wins in a row, do you compare that at all to GSP's run? Is there any similarities that you can look between them in terms of the guys he's beaten and what he's accomplished?
Well, I think that anybody in this sport that can go undefeated for a long amount of time, it's not easy in this sport. You know, and the other thing that happens in this sport is the best always fight the best. You're always going up against great competition. And yeah, I'd say any time that you can go on a streak, especially 9 fights, if you really look at how many times you fight a year, 3 times a year, you know, it's almost 3 years that Nick Diaz has gone undefeated.
And then lastly, if you could comment on the similarities between Nick and BJ, and do you see any, you know, of BJ and Nick or any of Nick and BJ?
Yeah, well, the similarities between these guys, they're both crazy, man. I love this fight. I think this is going to be, and the other thing about them, they're warriors. These are the guys that come out. I mean, if you ever watch how both of these guys walk out to the octagon and what they're like when they get in there and how they fight, yeah, I'm excited for this fight. This fight's going to be a war.
My question is for Dana. Dana, who did you approach first for the Nick Diaz-BJ Penn fight, and was there any hesitancy from either camp?
The first one I approached was Cesar Gracie, actually. Cesar Gracie was the first call that I made. He loved the fight, and here we are.
I wanted to ask you, first of all, Nick, were you kept under lock and key last night and escorted here to make sure you didn't escape anywhere to come to the press conference? I mean that in a jesting way.
They did bring me down an hour early. I don't know if that was a change of plans or that was on account of me, you know. But I don't have any problem being here. I think it's great to be here. So, you know, I would have loved to be at the last press conference had I, you know, been able to make it. And, you know, I'm just ready to move forward.
And on that point, obviously you're here. It's a massive fight with BJ Penn. You're headlining again. In a way, and I know you hate these questions, but is this the most important fight of your career? Because surely, as Dana White has intimated, if you beat BJ Penn, you're almost guaranteed to fight Carlos Condit or the winner of Carlos Condit and GSP following on.
Well, yes, then I suppose it is.
Well, to tell you the truth, I couldn't understand the question, but what does it mean, Mirko Cro Cop? If you ask me if I'm planning a singing career, no, that's not true. And Pat Barry sold me because he released it on YouTube, and I'll kick his ass first time I see him. And I don't know if you can see, I wish you can see the new Cro Cop. 15 years younger, and I wish it's possible, but unfortunately, you know, I'm 37, and this could easily be my last fight in the UFC, you know. It has nothing to do with the result of the fight, if I win or lose, especially if I lose. But even if I win, this could be easily my last fight in the UFC, and I will really give my best, and I hope this will be a very attractive fight, and I cannot afford anymore, especially for this fight, that my fight is declared as the most boring fight of the evening, like it was with Frank Mir. So I think me and Roy will perform a good fight, and that the fans will be satisfied and excited. Thank you.
Why would you leave if you won?
Why would I leave? There is 37 or 38 reasons. That's exactly how old I am. At 70 more fights. It doesn't mean that I cannot fight anymore. No, my stamina condition is maybe the best I ever had. Really, I'm 240, but I'm not fat. I train hard for this fight, 6 months, and of course I could keep fighting, you know. But every man comes to the point of when he asks himself, "Do I need it anymore?" I have 2 sons, 2 kids at home, you know, and so many things that I would like to discover, you know. Next year in June it will be 20 years from my first fight. 20 years. I had a long and rich career, and I can say it was successful. Not in the UFC, which I will never be able to forgive myself. I just blew it up because when I came to UFC I was treated like a king. Even today they treat me like a king, and I just didn't make it. The reasons are not important, you know. Everything was good when I was in Japan, and then unfortunately injury started. You know, I had six surgeries in the meantime, and it all reflects, especially on your head. You know, you think different, you know, but I'm relaxed, completely relaxed now, and especially when I'm aware that this could be easily my last fight. Maybe it will be easily, maybe it would be, and I'm relaxed. There is no pressure on me, and I will do my best to beat Roy, who I respect a lot. I don't want to underestimate him, but this is if you ask me who, definitely I will agree that this is the most important fight in my career. This will be the most important fight in my career, and that's why I prepared. I trained so hard. I prepared myself for tomorrow's for Saturday's evening, and I'm just looking forward.
Thank you. And just one for BJ. BJ, this is the first time that you fight in Las Vegas since UFC 94 when you fought GSP. And after that fight, you said that you have no interest in fighting in this state again. So I'm wondering why you changed your mind.
I guess all I gotta say is never say never. You know, that's all I can say. That's the past, and just look forward to the future.